Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Paul-Esupofo. Welcome to Special Drama Film School Online, the first of its kind on Facebook Live and later being uploaded on YouTube. I want to appreciate all of you, and also I was able to join the Branson International Film Festival in Missouri via online. They turned this year to be online, and I was there. I'm attending via virtual online. Sorry, so I'm attending via virtual. That's online, and thank you so much. And today our film was shown. It's also season that people watch our film. Plan to go to our YouTube channel to watch our film right from that place. And these two films were selected. And I want to appreciate the film director and also Deborah Watson for the opportunity given to us as a ministry, and that's like international also, not just international. I am here in Nigeria, and I'm also attending some of the wonderful thing there. It's wonderful. It's really brilliant. Today, the timetable of today is still in their website. You can visit the website, just Branson International Film Festival. You will see it there, and it's an opportunity for many of us who have been doing some wonderful things to also go ahead and do more. Happy new month to everybody. Today is a new month. Today is a new month. And it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful time. It's a marvelous thing. I'm so excited, really excited, because this month we are starting something new. Something new for all of us to learn, something that all of us have been struggling in one way or the other. Even if I tell you that I have not been using all the lights I have in the house because I'm managing the home office, so I don't want to start putting on the light and all that. So most times you see that lighting, professional lighting, is supposed to be. So we are going on something that all of you, you've been praying. Oh, now you're looking at some things. Okay, let me say, we are going to lighting. Wow, somebody said wow. You know, I've talked about lighting, I've talked about 3-point lighting, I've talked about practical lighting, I've talked about so many things. And by the grace of God, as I get hold on so many people, especially one of them, which is Barakunle Adepoju, is going to explain light more. You know, I love his approach of explaining lighting and all that. So we're going to be taking continuously, and I'm so happy because a lot of things are going on. Brother Steve Olawale, Steve, thank you. Jedele, thank you so much for joining from time to time. Thank you so much, and I say happy month, happy new month. By 5th of this month, it will be another anniversary for us, and I tell you, in the next 4 months, it will be a very wonderful thing that we use 4 years. 4 years. It's 4 years of a great investment online. It's a very good thing. So the title today is Creative Light. Creative Light, understanding, creating, and controlling it. Creative Light, understanding, controlling, and understanding, creating, and controlling it. That's just the way I have recoined it. Just like inspiration getting from the book. So I'm going to be using the inspiration getting from the portable video, and I'm going to use a lot of things. They say sometimes I'll quote it verbatim, sometimes I had my own experience to what I have seen over time. And let me tell you something. A lot of people will ask the question to an experienced cinematographer, a videographer, a photographer. They will ask them, what are the keys in doing whatever you do? They will tell you that the key to creating mood, the creating to understand a mood. Look at this now. Understand? So look at it. So sometimes, not all the time, you do the flood lighting. You do like this, or you have a spotlight. You want to see. People say, is Brother Paul really putting on the light or not? And the light is on. You understand me? So how do you create a good mood, a good image, quality image on video or film? You understand? So, you know, they will tell you that it's control of light. They will tell you that one thing that before I came up, myself and my wife were discussing on this topic, and she put it this way: number one, you must have understanding. Because if you understand what you're about to do, you can create it. You can create and recreate. But if you don't understand what you're doing, there's nothing you want to create. So when you're there, you'll be able to create it. You can control. Okay, I've been going this way. I'm not going to go that way again. Let's go to this another dimension, and you'll be able to know the control of light. So in both film and video, the images are made by light reflecting off of the subject of the image. That is, of the image. One word you use not mean the way you want to interpret it. Not the way you want to interpret it, but in this way of not the way you want to interpret it, but this way of manipulating light for the camera is truly an art. Is truly an art, manipulating light. In this time around, creatively placing light, dynamically creating light, and one that is crucial for high quality video. When you see the picture, you want to say, wow, this is good, this is awesome, this is powerful. So lighting is probably the most overlooked, misunderstood, and feared aspect of electronic news gathering, especially ENG and the electronic field operation, field production, EFP. Okay, so many times people don't get it. Many times people just say, that's why in this generation we have been able to adapt some things. We have been able to do some things to balance a lot of things up. And one of the things we're able to balance up is ability to create something new in the midst of things, ability to digitalize everything that is going to bring a kind of source of great impact to us. So very often light kits are low priority items in budgets for field year. And subsequently, especially in the days of the lean budget and well in keep light kits are never purchased. So many times they don't pay attention to it. They just sometimes we get to the floodlighting. There was a time it was halogen. We're using that street light and all that. We're using it very hot. If you put it under it, you'll be sweating like e-goat, if there's something like that. So, you'll be sweating seriously and purposely, and they say, wow, what has happened to me? So, but many times they don't even pay attention to it. They don't even purchase something that is good. So, and go for months without replacing bulbs, maybe because the bulb has not spoiled. So, nobody's talking about how do I update my light. I told people, I said, if I have the money, one of the things I want to invest on is light and sound. Somebody said, wow. I say yes, because those are the things I know that they will never, just no matter the upgrading of the light, there are so many lights, there will always be classes for them, what they need to do and how those things are needed to be done. And that's one of the things I also discovered, that you focus on your vision, make sure you concentrate on your vision, and make sure if you are specializing in this area, please pay attention. Because several times people don't even go on to replace the bulb. They don't even, especially LED light, unless it's a expired or is getting off the set. So again, a result of the low priority assigned to lighting in the field. So ENG lighting that goes beyond the camera mounted light and one basic light for live shots doesn't always happen. You understand? So it doesn't always happen. So today's camera boast of their low light capacity, because most of the camera now, they don't even need heavy light. One small light will do the magic. Okay, so they begin to look at it from that angle, and they look at it and say, okay, the capability is very good, creating the impression that light simply aren't needed anymore. Well, they try to create a lot of things. You really need that? Yes, you need light, no matter what. Even there is a natural, we don't have that natural lighting and artificial lighting in the course of this. This is like introduction to what we want to say, and I'm going to give you that introduction well, so that by Monday, by Sunday, by the grace of God, we'll go into the next thing and all that. Today is Friday, and it's wonderful. Today's May 1, 2020. It's very, very awesome. So let's look at it, that whatever you're doing, that impression coupled with the limitation of the trunk space, crew members, and setup time means that even for EFE, so if you're shooting a movie, you have a lot of time to set, especially if it's inside. I always tell people, just book 2 hours. To set it and offset it, you have to just book 2 hours before you now say you want to shoot anything. So when they say, but Paul, why? And people say there's no space for this light, there's no space. That's why the newest style of lighting was becoming something. So if you don't understand it, you can't create it. If you cannot create it, you can't control it. So that's one of the essence of this topic and all that. So you have to look at the limitation, what you have and all that. Even for EFP, the portable light kits are often left at the station, in the studio, or in the vehicle. So many times you leave them there, they forgot because they're not and this is a huge mistake. This is a terrible thing that people should not go on to do. It seems odd that lighting equipment gets such casual treatment because nobody cares. After all, without light, there would not be any photography. Without light, there will not be any video. Without light, there's nothing you want to do. So you have to understand that, especially when using relatively inept video cameras, you must pay constant attention to the lighting factor to produce a realistic images. All right, sorry for the noise, please. Sorry, please. So we must not make a huge mistake by saying the light is not important, or don't worry yourself. I have a camera. Yes, even if you have a camera low light, you must be realistic with your images. Thank you so much. You must be realistic with your imagery, and all that. So it seems all lighting equipment get that treatment, and that's not too good. So you need to understand that. And portable video practitioners may treat lighting usually casually because much of their work is done outdoors. So because now that we are doing a lot of things, people are getting a lot of results, people are getting a lot of fantastic things, so people say, let me just carry a little light and I can get a lot of things. Yes. Now, let me tell you something. If you are training those days, we're going to have a lot of problem by not updating yourself. If you don't update yourself, hello. So if you don't update yourself, it's going to be a serious problem. It's going to be a serious issue. So you have to update yourself. You have to make sure, because most of their work now, because it's done outdoor, you still know how to know. If you don't understand lighting, how much more when you see the natural lighting? If you cannot control it, how do you control the natural lighting? Sun and the moon, those are the basic natural lighting. The other one is tungsten. You know, you have to look at it and all that. So you have to look at it and look at how you can do. So available sunlight provides enough light to allow the video cameras to see the desired scene and record the action. But scene is not always good enough. With some additional lighting effort and consideration, the camera will not only see the scene and the action, but only also detect additional mood. Underline additional mood. You have to create a mood, you have to create a dimension, you have to create something that interests people, something that people interest, from interesting to non-interesting. You have to look at those things. You have to look at the focus. Who is the focus, where the light is coming from. You have to look, and indeed understanding in a good video segment, you have to understand it. Why am I doing this? What is the correlation? So in this topic, we're going to be taking us a long way, more than 3 weeks, by the grace of God, more than 3 weeks. We're going to be taking us a look at the very nature of light, look at the qualities of light, look at its quantities and the instruments that create and shape it all that are all discussed. Okay, we're going to talk about it, and also want to discuss the basis of lighting theory, the basis of lighting theory and techniques, and how they relate to the content. And that we also led us to the third subtopic of the lighting theory and techniques. I wanted to pay attention to that and how they relate to the content of all video production, whether you are doing ENG or EFP, to go beyond simply making the subject visible to the camera. Looking at it, oh, this is clear, this is not clear. Oh, this is. If you look at me, I'm walking and you see the shadow here because I'm only using one light and the surface here. So, but if I want to make it, I can make my source here, but almost all the darkness I can only diffuse from here to remove those things. So, by the grace of God, we'll be talking about the physical property of light. Tomorrow, on Sunday, we're going to talk about going to the area of what is light and what can we do about that, because we need to understand that very well. Because those are the things and all that. So tomorrow we're going to be combining something, an interactive session, a noise and the voice, that is the sound, and audio. So what is the difference between audio and sound? So want to know the difference tomorrow. So 9:30 p.m. Nigeria time. I'm still in a film festival. I'm attending from Nigeria. Okay, social distancing, COVID-19 And okay, so I'm still attending. And today was a very, in fact, I have almost 3 meetings at the same time. So I have to manage attending some halfway, attend another halfway, and go back to the one I have. So I want to thank God for your life. I want to appreciate you for joining us. Now keep on writing something, writing something. This is just an introductory part of lighting. So you need to understand it, and we need to do a lot of things. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. God bless you. See you another time. Bye bye. Don't forget, don't just be creative. Stay creative and be a person of